des Morgenrotstrahl, was so stolz wir im scheidenden Abendrot grüßten, die Sterne, die streifen.
Hey you guys, what is up? It's your boy Blaze here, coming at you once again from Need Input. So check it out everybody. What you just watched is American school children in the 1930s saluting the American flag and saying the Pledge of Allegiance with their right arm extended out just like a Nazi salute. But they weren't doing a Nazi salute. What if I told you that from 1892 until 1942 all Americans did this gesture to say the Pledge of Allegiance and pay respect to the flag? It was called the Bellamy salute, which was a palm-out salute created by James B. Upham, used to accompany the American Pledge of Allegiance, whose text had been written by Francis Bellamy. Bellamy promoted the salute and it came to be associated with his name. So, from 1892 until 1942, all Americans, including your great-grandparents and probably your grandparents, did this Nazi-like salute for the Pledge of Allegiance and to pay respect to the American flag and our country. School children, along with their teacher, would raise their arm up every morning to say the pledge. However, during the 1920s and 1930s, Italian fascists and Nazi Germans adopted a salute which was very similar, attributed to the Roman salute. This raised controversy over using the Bellamy salute in the United States, and it was officially replaced by the hand-over-heart salute we all know of now, when Congress amended the flag code on December 22, 1942. The problem is, this is no doubt a Mandela effect. When have you ever seen Americans doing a Nazi-like salute to say the Pledge of Allegiance? Never! You've never seen any documentaries, media presentations, or any movies ever showing this. None of us have ever watched a World War I or World War II movie and seen Americans doing this salute to the American flag. Never! You've never seen war photographs of Americans doing this either. Nor have you ever seen this in history books or any school books, or been taught in schools that this is how we used to say the Pledge of Allegiance. Why? Because this never existed. It was always the right hand over the heart ever since we started saying the pledge. It was never a Nazi-like salute like current history now shows. This is a Mandela effect change to our history. My grandparents never did this or knew anything about it. They had always done the hand over their heart since they were little children. In my previous video, One Night in Madison Square Garden, I showed you the massive Nazi rally that was held in New York back in 1939. During the Pledge of Allegiance, you can see all the American Nazi supporters raising their arm to do the Nazi salute. Well, guess what? They weren't doing anything wrong at that time, because that's literally how all Americans did the Pledge of Allegiance back then. Back in 2015, the media was in an uproar when a video from 1933 leaked of Edward VIII teaching his children how to do the Nazi salute, and Queen Elizabeth as a child can be seen throwing it up. They quickly claimed it's the Nazi salute and they are supporting Nazis, yet none of them ever once mentioned that they could have been saluting an American flag doing the Bellamy salute. In 1941, Charles Lindbergh, along with Senator Burton K. Wheeler and novelist Kathleen Norris, saluted with their right arms out in an American First Committee rally in New York. The media was quick to claim it was a Nazi salute and that Lindbergh supported Nazism. But was it a Nazi salute, or was he just doing the Bellamy salute? Ever since I've been alive, doing this type of salute was known as the Nazi salute. and I was taught never to do it. I was never once taught that it was used as a salute for our American flag and was part of our history. And something strange I noticed about all this is, the Bellamy salute is supposed to be a salute where the palm is facing upwards and more to the left, but many images show people doing it with their palm down, the Nazi way. Even at the Olympic Games, you can see athletes with their palms facing more upward, and other images show it facing down, which is telling me this is definitely a Mandela effect change, and the Mandela effect is having trouble getting the history of it correct. I asked my father if he knew about this, and he was literally shocked and blown away. His mouth dropped to the floor when I showed him videos and photos of it. He said he's never seen or heard anything about it before, and he said the same thing I did. It has always been the hand over the heart, and my grandparents taught him that way. Now, I want to give a big shout out to Moneybag76, oops, I mean 73 now, for discussing this over on his channel. I'm just as confused and amazed by it as him, and totally agree that this was never a thing before in our history.
Oh,